Well, current Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger is also on the road trying to sway voters. A bomb scare interrupted his campaign trip in Macon as he attempts to win the Republican nomination in the gubernatorial election.
You put people ahead of politics, some folks just won't like it. In fact, some people will hate you, even want to try and hurt you. So yes, we are dealing with an active threat. And no, I refuse to back down.
Scary moments Tuesday at the Middle Georgia Regional Airport in Macon, just before a campaign stop for Raffensperger. Bibb County Sheriff's deputies found what they called a suspicious object inside of a vending machine. The airport was closed, so the bomb disposal crews could check it out. No hazardous devices were detected, and the airport eventually reopened. Raffensperger's campaign event was moved to the parking lot, and Raffensperger is one of 8 candidates seeking the Republican nomination for governor. Early voting ends this Friday. Election day is Tuesday, May 19th, and more than 500,000 people across Georgia have already cast their ballots, choosing who they want to represent the party on the ballot in November.
And remember, Atlanta News First is your election authority. We are bringing you live results and reaction from candidate watch parties. That'll be on election night, plus in-depth analysis from Georgia political experts. That'll be Tuesday night at 7 during On the Record Election Night Live, only on Atlanta News First and streaming on ANF+.